All right, welcome back, and many thanks to Stephen Mbide for the updates, especially when it comes to traffic early morning. I'm glad that there is what appears to be a flow, and the gridlock is not anything that is going to affect your way to the city as you seek to follow the three mantras that we keep talking about here on Morning at NTV: success, excellence, as well as the search for profit. But allow me return to the studio and take note of the International Day for Persons with Disability. That is the 3rd of December, which is tomorrow, and national commemorations or events will be held in Kumi district, and the theme: improving household incomes for persons, for the well-being of persons with disability. Now, this day was designated for observance by the United Nations in 1992 as the International Day for Persons with Disability. It has been observed with varying degrees of success around the world, and tomorrow rather, is another day or opportunity to ensure that interventions for the well-being of PWDs is on the front of the discussions as well as policy formulations. I'm joined in studio by Joseph Walgembe. He's the programs manager at the Stroma Foundation. And many thanks for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
First, quickly take us up to speed with the International Day, but most importantly, what these particular commemorations for 2024 mean.
Thank you very much, and good morning, viewers. From everybody at Stroma Foundation, our country director, Mrs. Dina Morgan, and all colleagues from Stroma Foundation, and the disability fraternity at large. And I'm privileged to be in the studios to remind us of the commemoration of the International Day for Persons with Disability, which the moderator has already given good background to, as the day when the world over, governments, non-government, government organizations, and all stakeholders take a moment to reflect on the journey for promoting inclusion of persons with disability in the development agenda, taking note that as a result of disability, people with of disability, persons who experience disability tend to be marginalized in all forms of life.
Okay. Take us up to speed with what the state of affairs is right now with regard to numbers, especially in light of the release by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics of the census. Are we seeing reduction, or are we seeing effective interventions for the numbers that we have across the country?
With all respect to the statistics or preliminary statistics recently released by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, it's better to reference international trends.
Okay.
The World Health Organization recognizes that at least 15% of the world's population live with some form of disability, and further argues that the situation could be, the numbers could be higher in developing countries where conditions that cause disability have not been significantly addressed as they have been addressed in the developed country. And the last statistics we had, that was 2014, and the corresponding household survey of 2016, gave us a population of 12.4 of the population of Uganda as people with disabilities. Personally, I prefer to work with that number and take the recent publication by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics as work in progress.
Okay.
Thank you.
Talking about work in progress, take us through what the Stroma Foundation has been up to, especially when it comes to specifically addressing the well-being of households across the country.
Thank you very much. This is an opportunity also to tell your viewers a little about Stroma Foundation.
Oh, great.
We are a Norwegian organization working in 9 countries, promoting equitable development through 2 main areas or 2 main thematic goals. One of promoting access to inclusive quality education for marginalized communities, and secondly, promoting livelihoods through supporting initiatives that promote income generation and job creation. And we've been working in Uganda since 2002. Now, relating to your question directly of promoting household incomes for persons with disability, Stroma Foundation, in partnership with other non-government organizations, have been implementing a project known as Together for Inclusion, whose main thrust is to improve livelihoods of persons with disability. And through that program, Stroma Foundation, in partnership with our local implementing partners, I could name them very briefly, the program for empowering women through savings associations, CBS PEOSA, working in Impigi, community empowerment for rural development, working in Moyo and Yumbe, and African Evangelist Enterprise, working in Luka and Mayuge. Together, we have supported more than 3,000 households through interventions that promote their income generation and job creation, using saving groups and training in vocational skills for persons with disability and their household members to participate in the economy, thereby improving their household incomes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's keep with your partnerships, especially with government that are targeting persons with disability. There has been a series of interventions from government, including the PDM, as well as Myoga and so forth. When you look at the imperative for youth and women or young girls, how is that moving? Is it something that is good to write home about?
Thank you very much. The government of Uganda is known internationally for being forthright in promoting inclusion of people with disabilities, and we can pay tribute to the progressive effort the government has taken. Take the note of the National Special Grant for people with disabilities and the percentage allocation of almost 10% in programs like the Parish Development Model and Myoga and skilling programs and inclusive education programs. But the reality be told is that the amount of grants that go through those programs are yet to reach every person with disability, and that's why organizations like Stroma Foundation take advantage of the enabling legislative framework in Uganda to contribute, to complement, to participate in the process efforts of empowering persons with disabilities.
Okay. Yeah. No doubt we are looking forward to the commemorations tomorrow in Kumi district. Of course, like I said earlier, under the theme, improving household incomes for the well-being of persons with disability. What else should we look out for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, national events will be in Kumi, and I join the government and all members of the disability fraternity to welcome and encourage everybody who can go to Kumi to join the disability movement in marking the day. But just quickly, if I could mention,
please do.
If you are from Butambala district and you are not able to make it, our partner CBS PEOSA have organized local events at Kamengo. Okay. And if you are in Moyo and Yumbe and you cannot make it to Kumi, our partner Community Empowerment for Rural Development have organized local events. And finally, if you're in Luka and Mayuge and you are not able to make it to Kumi, our partner with support from Stroma Foundation, the Together for Inclusion program, and NORAD, the Norwegian Agency for International Development, have organized events in Luka and Mayuge. So those are all opportunities for you to join the disability fraternity and reflect on the journey for inclusion of persons with disability.
Joseph Walgembe, Programs Manager at the Strom Foundation, many thanks for the insight into matters for persons with disability. And we are honored as Morning at NTV to be able to amplify these messages and also be part of ongoing interventions.
Pleasure, and see you at one of those events. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Let's go for a break. When we return, we shall be talking interventions, especially with regard to disasters, including the very latest, the landslides in Bulambuli. Stay with us. We'll be right back.